What's up everyone, Lee from ONCA Off-Road here, and welcome to episode 2 of the ONCA Appel Landcruiser build.
Today we're busy with the install of the front suspension. We've used the EFS coil to give us a 3-inch lift. Then we've used the ONCA adjustment kit. That includes dropping the ABS line to ensure that it doesn't pull out when you're in full articulation. We drop the anti-roll bar down to make sure the tension is right. You can't see it here, but we've extended the breather lines on the diff all the way into the bonnet in the front. So if you do a water crossing, your breathers are up in the engine compartment. Then we're also adjusting the brake lines to make sure they're long enough when you're on full articulation. We'll change the front panhard rod because we lift so high, the diff's pulling to the one side. With the adjustable panhard rod, we can reset the front and the back wheels in line again. Then last, we'll install a C&L suspension adjustable radius arm to keep the vehicle from pulling left or right. And we ensure the caster angles are correct. With the arm, we also move the wheels 15 millimeter forward. That gives us enough space for the 35-inch tires to turn left or right, and without catching at the back here. We are using the MRP 2.5 shock from EFS. It's an external reservoir shock with 24 compression adjustments. What I like about the shock, it's also got a 22 millimeter shaft that makes it extremely strong. Our preferred tire for this build is the Maxxis Razor Mud-Terrain, 35-inch by 12.5. We fitted it onto a ROH rim, 17-inch. That was the pattern that Appel chose. The reason why we've gone for a mud-terrain is because it's going to do a lot of gravel road driving and a lot of off-roading. It's an adventure truck, and we always prefer the mud-terrain for those uses.
As you can see, quite a big difference from where we were last time. The bumper, we're busy installing the front bumper. We're busy installing the side pipes, and as you can see, the bumper has now got its texture black powder coating finished. Spotlights from Hella. Thanks to the guys from Hella for coming on board with this project, for sponsoring their awesome products to us. Also featuring in the bar, LED driving lights. And yeah, basically that's it for the front bar. Okay, another product that we're fitting to Appel's Cruiser is this ONCA heavy-duty front skid plate that we do for the Toyota Landcruiser. What we've also done, just to bring a bit of custom features into the build, is we've done this backing plate. Because we did fit the ROH wheels, which is a bronze color, we decided to bring some bronze accents into the build, and here's one of them that we did. Also, another product that we're going to do on the Appel build is the ONCA front diff guard that we manufacture for the Toyota Landcruiser. Very, very popular product and useful product in the lineup. is manufactured out of a 4mm mild steel. So main reason for this product is to give your diff housing that extra protection when you do those heavy trails, rock crawling, that kind of environments. Normally they come powder coated black, but for this specific build, as we mentioned, we're bringing in some bronze accents. We've decided to make this one bronze as well. So it's just a nice feature to the build, and I think it came super nice in this bronze color. Another product that we fitted to Appel's Cruiser is the ONCA Heavy Duty Extreme Rock Slider. Reason for this side step, it's a lot stronger than your standard side step that the vehicle comes out with. It's manufactured with diameter 50 by 3 round tube, and it's gusseted and mounted to the chassis. It's a bolt-on product. It mounts to the chassis of the vehicle and not to the body like your normal side step. So reason for this product is for the serious off-roader. So if you do serious trails, it just gives you that extra protection when you do go over obstacles, rocks, that kind of stuff. Also a nice feature of the ONCA Rock Slider is the detail work and laser cutting that we bring into the product. As you can see here, we've laser cutted the Landcruiser logo into the top step, and we've put a bronze backing plate underneath. It just brings that custom effect out on the whole build. We also fitted the ONCA roof rack to Appel's Landcruiser. Super popular product in the ONCA range. Reason being, I think, is the construction, the way it mounts, and the options you have to bolt products onto the roof rack, like jerry can holders, spotlight bars, spade brackets. The list goes on and on. It's such a versatile product, and I'm sure Appel is going to be super happy with this product. As you can see, another good feature of this product is the way it mounts. It's a solid rail mounted base. So not like individual mounts where it tends to put a lot of stress on the gutter system. That's why we've opted for the full length mounting bracket system, just to distribute your load evenly over the whole roof. Mounting brackets must still go onto the roof rack. Nice thing about the mounting bracket is basically like a dual stage fitting for the bracket system. So you've got your 2 bolts that clamps the actual bracket to the roof and roof rack. And we've added these 2 bolts on the side, just to give it that extra locking mechanism. When you do those heavy corrugation dirt roads, it just gives it a bit more strength and reliability in terms of how it bolts to the actual roof rack and roof. Okay, so we're making good progress on the load bin. As you can see, the rubberizing has been done. We just want to say thank you to Charlie from Fitment Zone for sponsoring the rubberizing, and guys really did a good job. And yes, new product. We don't even have a name for it. It's just a design that came up now with the build. You've got this molly plate at the back. Just gives you an option to bolt on a couple of small accessories. We've got these utility bags that you can add on here. So it gives you a lot of options in terms of bolting on accessories. And we also have a little power station box here in the front. So a nice thing about this is you always have that issue of where do you mount your switches, like your Harrison plugs, your power points, that kind of stuff. So with this little unit, it accommodates the switches, it's protected, and it's out of the way. So it makes it very, very nice and versatile. Nice feature about the product, we use the same aluminum extrusion that we used on the side of the roof rack. So what makes it so versatile is that all the brackets that can bolt on the roof rack can bolt onto this rail. So for this specific one, we've opted for the spade brackets. So your spade goes in there, nicely tight with your rubbers and your eye nuts. We also brought the whole custom feature of the bolt through to the back, and as you can see, a nicely customized spade. Hopefully, Appel, you don't have to use this one because the paint job is too nice on the spade. Okay, we're very excited to reach this stage of the build. This is one of the design elements that Appel requested, to fit with his new cycling lifestyle. For example, we've got this newly designed e-bike cycle mounting brackets. We've got the bear track. We've got the triple roll bar. So next step now, the ONCA team is going to come in. They're going to mark everything out, position it properly, measure it out, start drilling the holes, and go through the whole process to bolt it down. So yeah, let's check what they do. As you know, we're doing the front diff cord. We also have one for the rear differential. Slightly bigger unit. It's a 2-piece unit. Also manufactured from the same 4mm thick material, heavy duty construction. And for that custom effect, we've also painted this unit the same bronze as the wheels, just to highlight the product and give that extra custom feature. To maintain a consistent custom look throughout the bolt, especially with the bronze that we're doing, we've decided to make a bronze backing plate on top of the spare wheel carrier. So this is also something we don't normally do, but this build for Appel is quite a special build. So we're doing a bit of custom features to the bolt. So basically how this concept works is we've got a backing plate that goes underneath your step plate, and then you've got your actual black powder coated aluminium step plate that goes on top. It just highlights the Landcruiser and the ONCA logo inside the actual plate. So it just gives that nice custom touch throughout the whole vehicle. The team is busy installing the ONCA spare wheel carrier. So basic layout of the product, you've got your full replacement tow bar section with a 3.5 ton rated towing device. You've got your swing arm to accommodate your spare wheel. Also a nice feature about the product, it accommodates your factory taillights from the Landcruiser. Heavy duty bow shackle recovery points, reinforced on the sides as well. You also have a nice recessed mounting point for your trailer plug. Yeah, a very versatile product. The reason we opted for this is the drawer system must still go in at the back, and that's why we moved the spare wheel outside onto the swing arm. We had to optimize every single available mounting point on the chassis. You can see in the video when we slide it in, the bolts lined up perfectly. We've utilized all the mounting points on the side, in the middle, even underneath. Extra support brackets on the side. We've got ones in the middle, we've got ones in the center. You know, just to evenly distribute the load throughout the chassis, so you don't put too much stress just on one section of the chassis. With spreaded mounting points, it's now spread it all over the chassis. It just makes it a lot safer to use.
And we're almost done at the back with the rear suspension. We've used the EFS leaf pack with a 250 kilogram constant weight. That should be enough for what we're doing at the moment. It's upgradable, so we can take it up to a 300 or a 400 kilogram, but for now the 250 will do. Again, we've used the 2.5 MRP EFS shock at the back, greasable pins, and we've used the C&L anti-inversion extended shackle at the back. As you can see, the grease nipples are sunken into the nut to prevent it from getting damaged in rocky conditions. Same as with the front, we fitted the ONCA adjustment kit. On the V8, you've got a load sensor that's attached to the diff. So we've got an adjustable bracket that fits in between to get your brake ratio right from front to back when you load it. Brake line brackets are put in on the other side. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see it, but the brake lines are spaced enough to accommodate for the extra travel that we've got. Same as in the front, we've extended the breather lines and we've run it all the way into the engine bay. So it's a safe, dry area for those breathers. Your rear diff on the Landcruiser is narrower than the front. That's why we manufacture these ONCA spacers to get the front and the rear wheels in line. That helps a lot especially when you're in sandy conditions, so that your tracks are aligning. Otherwise, the rear of the car's swerving, trying to find the track that the front wheels has left. It's been a long, exciting day in the workshop to get everything in position and fitted. Another day or two left to make sure everything is tightened and torqued up correctly. Then we'll do the bike setup for Appel, make sure his mountain bikes are going to fit so that he can easily load them and offload them on his race in Namibia. And then just after that, we'll take him out for the morning, go and test the suspension and see how everything works and have some fun.